Very good, very good. I think we're ready to try that again. This time I have a couple of friends along for the ride, and oh man, I think I maybe have muted them. What have I done? Oh, I disconnected from the voice channel. So with me on my left is the man of that needs no introduction. He's in his space, custom-made space. There, it's Mr. Downwind Sim. He is flying the submarine version of the Cessna 172. And
Mooney.
to my right, slash Mooney, that's what I meant, that's what it looks like. And to my right is Trax in his DA 62. And we are currently at Upton Municipal Airfield. And we're going to do a little bit of just a fun flight to test out four airfields that I've made up here in the northern Black Hills of Wyoming. Let me see if I can pull this. So I'm also testing out in the first intro. I said we're testing out all kinds of things like X-Plane has a new update, and I updated that, and I went and updated my video drivers, and they were actually already updated, which is cool. But Streamlabs also had an update, so I've got that updated, and then we've got this new airport scenery. So it's a bunch of testing today, but this is the route. If you stumble across this later on, you can go check it out. Like I said, it's in the northern Black Hills, kind of the northeastern corner of Wyoming. We're going to be starting here at Upton, a little small town there, flying north to Taylor. I honestly don't have a heck of a lot of great visual waypoints along the way, so I'm just going to track kind of 352 for 20 miles or so. It does run. If we have to, we can pick up the interstate. We can take the interstate a little bit east to the town of Sundance. I don't know if you guys are looking at this on the screen or not. And then we can take there's a state highway that takes us. It actually is the state highway that will take you to Devil's Tower. This is kind of where we're also near. But anyway, we'll find Taylor. I feel confident in our ability to find Taylor. And then we're going to go from Taylor further north. We may fly a little bit around Devil's Tower. I'm not sure if that's, yeah, for reasons of national welfare, pilots are requested to avoid flights within 3 nautical miles. So I'm going to be relying on one of you two guys to make sure that we're 3 DME from Devil's Tower there. But
Okay.
anyway, we'll head into the IPY ranch, and then from IPY again we'll fly past Devil's Tower, and we will aim for the this is the Keyhole Reservoir here, and that is the Keyhole. I don't know if it's municipal or what, but private airfield there. Um, and we'll land our planes there, and we'll find like a little fancy pants place to park. And anyway, that'll be the whole shoot match. Anything to add, guys?
Right. What's our destination airport?
01 Whiskey Yankee.
Okay, that does not come up in my GPS, but that's okay.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll be able to find it, and yeah, well, let's just find out. So part of the fun of this is to see what the scenery actually looks like and all that good stuff. So, all right, get your plane started, boys, and I think we're about ready to head out. Let's see if
This
I.
be on the this would probably be on the Denver chart, do you think? What do you think?
This would be no. I almost think this is. Let me see here. This is up on the. Oh well, that's a good question, man. Um, I was gonna say it would be on Minneapolis, but maybe it is Denver. It might be Denver.
There's Denver, and let's see. Or is this
It's gonna
Denver?
be
No, I'm just
Denver. It's gonna be Denver or Minneapolis, one or the other. Um,
what's above the Denver chart? Mini?
Above the Denver chart, yeah. Well, to the east is Minneapolis, and then it's
How
kind of
far?
Wyoming is kind of split, sort of down the middle. Well, it's split about three ways actually, with Denver, Minneapolis, and I don't know. I always cheat because I just use World VFR charts.
Yeah. What's the IKO of where we're at first
Upton,
here?
83 Victor.
83V. Cheyenne. Cheyenne. I do not have that chart.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Well, you can fly it. Like I say, we can just fly it literally up to
Just take me.
the
Just
interstate
take me.
and. Oh, you got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can do that, or give me just
Okay.
a second. And I'll
Yeah.
go grab it.
Sounds good.
That's
Sounds good. Yeah, it's gonna take me a minute to get this started. I got to pull my checklist. Oh wait, no, I don't pull my checklist up because the checklist is right here. I keep forgetting about that.
See,
All
you're always
right.
taking me somewhere new.
That's my goal, man. That is my goal. So landing gear levers down, parking brake set, avionics off,
Here's one
mixture
I don't have.
idle cut
Cheyenne.
off. Might come in handy from time to time. Mags off.
If I hang
Battery
around with you, yes.
battery master is on. The only reason I turned the battery master on last time um, was to check the annunciator panel, which I forgot to go figure out where that was at. So I'm just going to leave it on because we can get things started here. Okay, I do need the alternator on as well. Prop lever fully forward. I'm going to select a tank here with any luck. Tracks, were you watching yesterday when I ran out of gas?
I missed it.
Yeah, this is the redemption tour. This is why I'm in this plane. I gotta make up for what I did, for the bad things that I did yesterday. Pump to low.
It was glorious.
It actually was. It was a noble attempt. Clear prop. No. Oh, mixture rich. Sorry. Clear prop. There we go. Engine start confirmed.
I'm about to start, so yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good.
You can duck in and say hi. But yeah, okay.
Oh, you were talking to the missus, weren't
Yes.
you?
My son, one of his college buddies is coming home from college and bringing donuts for me from a place called Hertz
Oh,
Donuts.
mama. That
Hertz
is a
Donuts
good
has
boy.
Maple bacon donuts that are like the best I've ever had anywhere in the country.
That sounds.
Here in Canada, we just call those donuts. They're all maple bacon.
I love it. That's it. I'm moving to Canada.
Trax wins the stream right now. Okay, I have weather loaded up here, guys. So I have no idea what our weather situation is, but let me check. Not too bad. 269er at 4, cloudy. Looks like everything's above us. So broken at 9,000. 29er 84 is what I'm getting as an altimeter, though. We are at high altitude here, so I apologize in advance for that.
We can compensate.
Lean, 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 right?
Yeah, man.
That's what you've taught me.
Over
Lean
3,000.
is a
lean.
mixture. Let's do that
Cheyenne.
right now.
Here's a new chart for me.
Sweet.
Seems I haven't flown here before. At least looking out the window.
And I'm on 2280. Mic check, mic check.
So down when you like if you use an EFT, do you normally go lean of peak or rich on peak?
I've heard both ways, but most TOHs say rich of peak.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was depending on altitude kind of thing.
Not that I'm aware of. I know if you run an engine too lean, you can really screw it up.
Up to
I don't know about-
traffic, Arrow. Sorry, November 11816 is a red and white Piper Arrow. We're back taxiing for departure to the north.
I don't hear you.
Oh boy. Test 1, 2, uh-oh. Well, that's not good. Let me get down here and get myself ready to go. And actually, I don't think you have to back taxi. I think there's a little bit of room set to. I'm gonna just pull off to the left here.
There I am, Upton, 83 Victor.
Alright, let me see what's going on. Maybe I don't have something turned on over here. Maybe I don't have... COM 1 is on. That shouldn't have to be on, should it? That is...
Yes.
Radio check, radio check.
No, I don't
Nada.
hear you.
Now I'm mode Charlie. Radio check, radio check.
Is it lighting up when you hold in your push to talk?
It is. It's transmitting.
Oh, do you hear him, Trax, or not?
No, I don't. Do you want to test yours?
Yeah, somebody else give me a holler.
Yeah, just a second here. Let me get this crazy thing started up.
Oh, I might have had... Okay, well, that's COM 2. Oh, my bad. I see what it is. I'm on the wrong frequency. I had COM 2 tuned into Unicom, but not COM 1. That's the difference. I'm lucky I didn't get an accident. Radio check.
No?
Oh.
Hear you 5x5.
Okay, I heard you, Trax. And I hear you too, sir.
Well, hold on a minute. That's why I didn't hear you, is my plane's not on yet.
Oh.
That'll do it.
This is really hard to see on this lever here, too. So, COM 2 is on. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Still getting used to that. How do I move that over now? Maybe I don't. Okay. Now, we don't need COM 2, so... Alright, I'm going to just get lined up and ready and...
8 Hotel Sierra, radio check.
5x5.
There we go. It helps when the thing is... when your aircraft is turned on.
Yeah.
It's the little things.
I'm not thinking that we're going to have much in the way of need for that, but you never know. By the way, I see...
And do we have ATC in our neck of the woods?
I'm
or no?
looking. I don't believe so. I see one thing already that I neglected to remove from this particular scenery. Who can guess?
I don't know.
You'll notice as you're...
Taxi lights.
Yeah, I don't believe there's taxi lights in this field.
Or a medium intensity runway light.
It is, yep, MIRLs. I don't believe we have those, but I must have forgot to check that box.
So, help me again with the flight briefing because I wasn't watching. Which direction are we headed?
Okay, we're going to depart. Yeah, we're going to depart to Taylor Field. We're going to be departing to the north.
Well, that's just okay. That's like straight north. Okay.
And I'm going to be looking at approximately. I mean, it will almost be due north. I mean, I think my sky vector is telling me. Let me look here real quick.
I got 354.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, you know what I forgot to do? I better make sure my compasses, my compi, are together here. 310. Man, I keep forgetting. That's a step I don't have to do in my other planes, and that bites me every time. And it's not in the JustFlight checklist, so you don't. I'm gonna have to make my own, I guess. One last thing. I'm gonna turn the volume down because it's gonna get loud.
Yeah, that's a good call because this Mooney's pretty loud.
Yep. So I'm gonna set. It looks to me like I'm gonna just be departing kind of almost straight out, really. 354, slight right hand turn. Okay, and then 20 miles to Taylor. And again, if we get split up, the best bet is you're going to come across two roads. One of them's the interstate, and the other one is that little county road. And both of them lead. Both of them are paved and very easy to see. and they both lead to the east to the town of Sundance. And so if you get turned around, I would say go find Sundance, and then on Sundance you can see the road, that little county road that's on the north of the interstate, leads you straight to Taylor. Taylor is right next to the highway. It's right on the east side of the highway, so it's pretty.
It's Route 14.
It should
Looks
be
like,
U.S.
it looks
highway,
like
not county
Sundance
road.
has a
Sorry.
pretty good. Sorry, it looks like Sundance has a pretty good hill beside it.
Yeah, yeah,
Warren Peaks.
yeah.
That should be pretty identifiable.
Yep. All right. Upton traffic, Arrow 816 departing VFR to the north, Upton. Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens. Oh, flaps 1.
Okay, first of all, yeah, you're.
Plane Good is here. Hi, Plane Good. What's up? We're doing a little group flight here tonight in wild Wyoming. From our partner in crime, Melvin Leroy. He's streaming as well. If you want to watch his stream, that's where to go to watch that plane.
Fairly
Max, are
good
you
sized strip
not
here.
Okay.
Yep, I've left lights on here, guys. So I'll have to. That'll be one adjustment that I definitely need to make.
Do you want to take number 2 downwind?
Sure.
Upton traffic. Mooney 748 Hotel Sierra back taxiing to runway 3. What is that? 32?
Well, probably. I don't even know, man. I should have looked. Sorry, guys. And I think I'm going 6,500 for an altitude, if that matters.
His Twitch channel, Plane Good, if you just search for Melvin Leroy. I think it's all one word, Melvin Leroy.
Correct.
You will find it.
And hello,
Yeah, it's runway
plane
3-1.
good. All right. 3-1. All right, very good. And since this is a new airfield to me, guys, I am going to set the autopilot here and look around.
Black Fox says in my chat, there better be no pie on this trip. I spent 5 hours cleaning that last pie.
He's already been
No.
over. Oh, go ahead.
That's for you. He's directing all of that to you.
Yeah, he's already been over it. I've been trying to ignore him because he's already giving me a hard time about the frequency mess up and check. And yeah, generally speaking, doggone it. When he shows up, bad things happen. What's the... I wonder what the deal is. Oh, no, I love that guy. I love my
Upton traffic.
BC friend.
Mooney 748 Hotel Sierra is taking off runway 32 and departing the area to the north. Upton.
All right, we'll see you.
All right, sounds good. That's pie over there by the hill. Well, the weather shouldn't be quite as nasty as it was last night, so hopefully we will have better success. And I pretty much, well, I didn't top off the tanks, but we have 3 hours worth of fuel to make a 48-minute round trip flight, so I don't know. Things will be all right. I have a good feeling.
Are these?
Upton traffic. Diamond Golf Victor Charlie Foxtrot lining up runway 31 for northbound departure. Upton.
All right, gears coming up and flaps are coming up. Those runways are hard to see.
Yes, they
Flat
are.
spot out there.
Yes, they are. I'm a little worried if I take the medium intensity runway lights out, we won't be able to find it when we come back. I may have to add, the only problem is there's just not a lot of detail. If you look on the Like if you check out the coordinates on Google Maps, there's just not a heck of a lot there.
Golf Victor Charlie Foxtrot departing runway 31 left.
Yeah, playing good. We just took off right here from Upton, 83 Victor in Wyoming. It's the north east corner of Wyoming, and we're headed up kind of toward what, Devil's Tower area?
Yep.
Yeah, Devil's Tower.
That's right.
So next stop is we're going to try to find Taylor right up here, and then maybe jump over to Keyhole. I don't know. Where's Melvin Leroy's leading the pack.
I got a plan. Guys. Trust me. I got a plan.
I know exactly where we are.
I do.
I know this plane like the back of my hand. Don't worry, honey. We're not lost.
I've been pretty happy with what the ortho has done with this area, though it's an impossibly beautiful area, and it's just you worry about that because, you know, like when you're up in British Columbia, you have all those big, huge, you know, imposing mountains, and it's just stunningly gorgeous. And this area is just so different from that. It's, you know, much smaller, lower terrain, obviously, but just so green and lush, and I mean, but it's got its own beauty that's just really, really captivating, and I think the ortho has done a pretty nice job. Okay, and I think I'm seeing the interstate here.
You guys hear me here?
I can hear you, yes, sir.
And you hear me here on VATSIM radio.
A-firm.
All right, I switched over to push to talk on the Discord.
All right. So I'm gonna try to risk it. I'm gonna try to not go over to Sundance. I'm gonna just try to straight shoot it here and hope that the wind doesn't blow me off course too bad. And look for Highway 14. It looks like I might have Keyhole Reservoir off about my 9-10 o'clock. And unfortunately,
yeah, that's a great landmark.
Yeah.
I'm gonna punch the Keyhole and then try to go off of that to Taylor.
yeah, it looks to me like Taylor is kind of like almost due east of Keyhole. If you just hit the northern edge of Keyhole, you should be able to just slide, you know, to the east. And as soon as you see Highway 14, I did put a couple of scenery objects in there. There's a hangar, I think, and some fences, and also put some trees and stuff. They'll be a little different color, so I'm hoping that is enough to kind of give us a shot at where it's at. Ooh, my sky's just cleared up. It looks really nice now.
Very nice. Black Box says, look for the Starbucks.
Yeah, I went over to and started your stream just because. Hey, Plain Good, he checked in on my side. Good to have you along, buddy. Feel free,
Okay,
jump in
cool.
something and jump in something and join us. It's thanks for the follow, man. If you like hanging out with a bunch of propeller heads, this is the place to be. And actually, we're kind of well known for about two things. One is propeller-driven aircraft, and the other is making fun of whoever is streaming. That's kind of a prerequisite. So anyway, I'm seeing Highway 14, and hey, thanks for the host, Jet Pilot Cinnamon. I'll be thinking about you and praying for you, man. I know you've got a medical procedure coming up, buddy, and so you'll be on my prayer list, man. And hope for good things to happen soon. Okay. In the meantime, I think I have the field. I'm going to overfly it. I got to slow down though, because I'm seeing my dark trees, those dark forest objects. So I'm going to turn slightly to the northwest. I don't know if I have a windsock here or not. I'm going to go check that out. But, oh, I've got the field in sight. I can see the hangar. Man, I almost could make straight in here if I was a little slower. Alright. Taylor Traffic, Arrow 816. We're going to overfly the field and enter left-hand traffic pattern for a landing to the northwest, Taylor Field.
Okay, so anybody looking at a, excuse me, a sectional chart?
I am, yes.
So, the Inyankara Creek is what I'm over right now, and I'm going to jump over one valley to the east, and I think that'll run me right up to the airfield.
Yep, this field is pretty well defined, guys. It's you can see it pretty well. There's Devil's Tower in the distance. That's pretty cool. Screenshot.
Yeah, I'm just going by the bigger mountain, well, hills that are on our right side. Just I know we line up with pretty close to the base of that.
All right, flaps 1. I'm gonna and Taylor Traffic, Arrow 816. We're entering left crosswind. Taylor.
Runway 14 or 32.
You know, it's gonna be 32. Sorry, I should have announced that. It's not like
I was just letting you know what the runways are.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I need to call that out. I need to do a better job of that. Let's get that set. Alright, gears down. You can stop beeping at me now. At Taylor Traffic, Arrow 816, entering left downwind runway 32, Taylor. Yeah, maybe got a hair low here, guys. Yeah, I'm definitely low. I was pretty close to pattern altitude to begin with. Might have went too far away too. All right, let's climb.
So the airfield's on right off the highway?
Correct. On the as you're heading north, it'll be on the right-hand side.
There's some hangars down there. Okay,
Yep.
Gotcha.
Climbing back up, see if I can see where I'm going. It kind of got too low here.
So the elevation's about well, just below 5,000.
Yep. Taylor Traffic, Arrow 816, turning left base runway 32, Taylor.
Taylor Traffic, Mooney 748 Hotel Sierra, entering left downwind for runway 32, Taylor.
And now I've lost my orientation. I think I'm right over there. I know where I'm at, honey. Yeah, that's a dirt road that intersects the highway. Yeah. I extended my crosswind maybe just a hair too much, guys.
Tracks, you just went right over the top of it.
Yeah, that's what I thought was happening. My mistake.
Alright. Second notch of flaps. Taylor Traffic, Arrow 816, turning final runway 32, Taylor. Okay, let's see what we can do here.
This is a neat area. Lots of little roads on ridge tops and stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty dang cool. Maybe already lost though. I might not have flown my downwind far enough. Oh crud. No, I think I'm okay. I think we're right up here. Yep, there we are. Yeah, I'm at 5,200 right now, guys, and I think I got plenty low. Okay, I'm gonna make it. I'll pull off.
Taylor Traffic, Mooney 748 Hotel Sierra, turning base for runway 32.
I'll make sure I get out of the way here, guys. Boy, I'm fast. Super fast. Oh boy. Uphill landing. Actually, not bad. Not bad.
Sierra's on final for 3-2.
So guys, I'm just going to taxi.
Taylor traffic, Diamond Golf Victor Charlie Foxtrot on downwind for runway 32, Taylor.
I'll need your opinion after you land, guys, as to whether it's a pretty uphill sloping runway. I don't know if we want to depart down the hill, or I have no idea what the proper protocol is here either. So nice landing, by the way, downwind. Oh wait, that was me. I was watching myself. That was decent.
Yeah, that was you.
I need to get those guys into the club. You're right. So I think Black Fox, I think you know about the virtual USA Flying Club, right? And then Plain Good, if you don't know, Jet Pilot Cinnamon is the man there, and they do a lot of cool group things, and they also have a GA element there, and that's kind of why I like them. But anyway, Jet Pilot, if you have the ability, man, drop a link there to the. Yep, he read my mind. So there's the Discord link, and it's a cool club. We just had a flight last night, actually, out there on the southeastern coast. It was pretty nice.
Turning final full stop, runway 32, Taylor.
All right, downwind sim, I can say that was a nice landing. I did watch it this time.
748's clear of the runway.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I went ahead and threw a fence line in there because I know how much you like fences close to the airstrip. I'm going to taxi up next to you. Don't you think departing downhill is probably the way to go?
Yeah.
Winds are only
Trax, it's a real aggressive uphill, so be ready to add power as you flare. And are there runway markers here at all
No.
that you know of? Okay.
Just a pure grass strip. Yep. I'm going to try not to slide back down the hill. All right, let's take a look. Let's see how the Diamond does. There he is. Looked pretty smooth to me. Yep. That was nicely done.
Charlie traffic, Diamond Golf Victor Charlie Foxtrot, clear of runway 32, Taylor.
I'm glad I'm watching your stream, Dallin, because I noticed that Black Fox is talking a little smack, but he's not talking it on mine. Yeah, Canadians are welcome, even though it's the virtual USA Flying Club. And I just try to tell everybody that's not a United States citizen that the reason why it's named Virtual USA Flying Club is because Jet Pilot Cinnamon is a huge nationalist, and he doesn't like any other country.
Oh,
but
boy.
otherwise, you can join. No, just
Oh,
kidding.
boy.
Just kidding, Jeff. Just kidding. I believed, as it was described to me, as the name was based on the origination of where, since Jeff is a U.S. citizen, that's why, I think that's what you told me, is that's why he called it that. But it's definitely open to everybody. In fact, I think we had a couple guys from Canada flying with us last night, so it's cool. Mike is my name. Mike. Yeah, that's right, Mike.
Give me the rundown here. So we're at Taylor.
Yep,
And then where are we going next?
We are heading north.
Okay, so I need one more.
331 is what I have, and
Need one more tile. What's above Cheyenne?
you do.
One more map.
Really?
One more map. Yeah.
Billings.
another-
Billings. I'll be darned. I get you up here in the corner and messes you up. But yeah,
Yeah,
so
I don't have Billings. Give me just a moment.
no problem. So we're gonna a visual here is for us is going to be, and we can follow that road a little bit, that Highway 14, um, but we really what we're going to do is aim for Devil's Tower, and we're going to just fly past that, and then I think the IPY Ranch is just about, oh heck, only a couple of miles, 3 or 4 miles north of Devil's Tower. Now this is a little bit more kind of out in the open. It's not right along, if I remember right. It's not. Yeah, it's more near the. I think this is the Belle Fourche River that runs right here, so it's near that.
Bless you.
But it but it should be again fairly similar to this airfield to find. So we did a good job of finding this. So I feel like we are good to go. Yep. So Trax, hey Trax, good to see you, man. Yeah. So I'm terrible at names, so I'm calling people Jeff and Mike, and I think I got Trax and Trail Door confused one time. So anyway, it's out of love. Just understand, one thing that education has done, it's absolutely ruined me when it comes to remembering names, because I see, when I was a teacher, I used to see 130 kids every year, and of course you'd get to know them, but then you'd have to forget them the very next year and learn your other 130 kids. Then when I became a coach, I also had another 100 football players to learn, which that was bad enough. I did that for 20 years. Now that I'm a principal, I have 600 kids in my school. So yeah, it's absolutely wrecked me. So I'm that guy that just kind of, I'm just going to call you a name and I'm going to sound confident in it, and then like later on you're going to just think of me and just know that that's just me, and it's going to be a term of endearment for you. Well, and maybe it is, yeah, Black Fox, it could be old age. Well, you have a cool last name though, like Cineante or something like that, Jeff. So, or
Well,
Jeff.
I want to know what
Like-
I want to know what our friends up north are baking.
Oh, Blue Fox, Mrs. Fox is here. Hey, yeah, I don't know. She's probably baking victory cookies, because it sounds like she kind of takes Black Fox behind the wood shop
Yeah, like
just about
like
every
they think
every
they're
time
gonna
they
have
play.
time to eat after they come and clean up after you, right?
Well, this is true.
Okay.
All right, do you have your chart yet there?
I do.
Mr.?
I do.
Okay.
IPY,
We're going to say IPY. I'm just, because I got a feeling it's
Okay.
Wyoming, and that's kind of what they do. It's probably got a brand, and it's probably IPY, and I don't know that area, but
There's some pavement just to the east called Hewlett.
there is. Yep. And if you find that airfield there, which I think is actually modeled just in the default, then you're in the right, you're in the right neighborhood.
Yeah.
But my
All
plan is to try to try to find Devil's Tower. I'll probably do one loop around it just to see what it looks like, and then I'm gonna fly that Belle Fourche, that little windy river, up to the north.
That sounds great.
All right, you go ahead and lead because you're closest to
Okay.
the
Oh,
runway.
you're gonna let me go.
I am. I am probably the fourth best pilot in our group, and at least the fourth best guide in the group. So I don't mind taking a back seat. How well Black Fox behaves determines how many quote unquote cookies he gets. Kind of actually sounds like my wife a little bit. You don't deserve cookies. Hope I can get going up this hill. All right, there we go.
All right, what's the name of the airport we're at now?
We are at Taylor Field.
Taylor traffic, Mooney 748 Hotel Sierra is taking off on, let's call it runway 14, departing the area left traffic to the north. Taylor.
Good call.
It is in fact 1-4.
Okay, there goes our buddy Downwind Sim. He's nicely
Wow,
avoiding.
you even put a gate in there. Holy cow, this is beautiful.
Yeah, I appreciate you avoiding that because it took me a long time to dig all those fence post holes.
I was yelling at everybody in the Nehemiah Valley to stay out of the fence.
There he goes. I think we'll wait for him to make his turn and then we will follow suit. Left traffic. Oh, I forgot to check if there was any kind of a windsock. It doesn't really matter because we're uphill, downhill. So Black Fox did confirm that that's the standard protocol. Taylor traffic, Arrow 816, departing runway 14. We'll make left-hand traffic and VFR departure to the north. Taylor. The field definitely looks more distinctive from the air than it does the ground.
And Black Fox says, no floating hangar this time. Well done.
Hey, I figured out how to fix that, guys. Gear up. And Taylor traffic, Arrow 816, clear the field. So you'll get a kick out of this.
Diamond Golf, Victor Charlie Foxtrot, departing runway 14, left-hand traffic to the north, Taylor.
So naturally, me being Mr. Gullible, I looked for how to put basements in and all that good stuff for like a good hour. Well, after that, I figured out there are no basements. That really what you do is you take the anchor point and you just move it to, you just flip the building around and that anchors it at the lowest point, and then it looks like the rest of the building is just kind of dug into the hillside. So but yeah, you can enjoy a good laugh if you, since you were wanting me to build a basement. That was a good one, actually.
Some buildings actually have basements.
Oh, okay.
Diamond Golf, Victor Charlie Foxtrot,
So you really weren't trying to be mean. You're actually trying to be helpful.
No. It's a real deal.
Okay.
So,
all right.
help me here. Like, I'm flying straight ahead to some little nubby thing all by itself. Would that be
Correct.
Devil's Tower?
That's, in fact, that's in the almanacs. That's how the Native Americans described it.
The little nubby thing?
All by itself. Yep. Little known fact, really.
It's translated from
It's Sioux, I think, actually.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the educational flight with Melvin Leroy.
Whoa, what's going on here?
Need to study some. Uh-oh, that's not good.
I was pitching up in a big way here. Yeah, that's so that it should be pretty. Yep, it should be pretty noticeable. Now I say that, and as I'm looking out my window, I've got like a little bit of haze that's moved in, so I don't see it.
I just got hazed.
Yeah.
So, IPY is runways 11 and 29.
I'm going to go with that.
Elevation is 4,000.
Very good, very good.
So, Mooney 8 Hotel Sierra is going to make left traffic around Devil's Tower.
Oh, I do see Devil's Tower. All right, and I'll follow you, sir.
So, which one of the two is Devil's Tower?
So you'll see it's a little spire. It's a thumb that's just sticking out. You won't miss it.
In Sioux, it means all by itself.
Yep, little nubby thing all by itself. Actually, the Native Americans call it something different. They don't call it Devil's Tower.
Al Sal's in the house, everybody.
Hey, I was thinking about you, Al South. All right, jet pilot punching out. Have a good night, man. Good talking to you again, Mike Siniante.
Hey, look at the National Park Service parking lot.
Yep.
That's pretty nice.
You know, this is the first time I've actually flown this plane with a group, and I didn't realize it had TCAS.
Oh yeah, nice.
It's nice to be able to say, oh, there you are. I'm assuming when one of you turns yellow, that means I've become too close to you.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's that diamond, man. It's a sexy little bird. That thing's got a lot of bells and whistles.
I watched a video from the actual diamond company. They had, because they ferry the planes over from Austria. And so someone did a video of them ferrying one of the planes over. So I contacted the guy and said, would you happen to have the full routes that you used? I'd like to duplicate the flight.
Did they hook you up? Oh, you haven't heard back yet?
I just contacted them like yesterday, so we'll see what they say.
I did something similar when they were doing the flyover for the D-Day landings. I reached out to a couple of the different groups that were going and asked the same thing. I'm like, would you mind sharing a route? I never heard anything back. All they shared was the website that had the blue spruce route on it, and I'm like, well, that doesn't really give me what I'm looking for, but appreciate it. And then I just never heard anything back. So
Is there room for me to land and get some t-shirts?
there's actually a heliport right next to like the visitor center or something. So we should tell our rotary guys to come on in. Okay, I'm gonna begin my left hand 360 here.
And Mooney 8 Hotel Sierra is finishing the 360 at 5,500.
Arrow 816. We're gonna just start our left hand turn. We are at 6,500 and a heading 300. So one time I did the tourist thing actually out here in I mean, I've been in here to do the tourist thing, but I did the tourist thing in the Black Hills down there by Mount Rushmore, and we decided to splurge and do a helicopter tour, and we kept getting bumped because this like National Geographic film crew was in town, and they were doing some shoot on Devil's Tower, and there's also another. I don't know if you're familiar with the area, but there's Crazy Horse National Monument also, which is kind of like
Yeah. Yep.
But anyway, so we got bumped like 3 times.
Little stumpy thing.
Yeah.
By
And of course our kids are like, they're like 8 and 10, and so they're not digging that.
Apart.
Yeah, so I finally said, look, I want my money back. We're out of here. After like we waited for an hour, and they're like, please, no, we're so sorry. This never happens. So they kept upgrading us. So they're like, we had bought the first lowest package, which was like a 10-minute ride just over to Mount Rushmore and back. And so after we got bumped the first time, they said, well, we'll upgrade you to the next package. And then at the second time, they upgraded us again. The third time, so we ended up getting like a 45-minute helicopter ride, and they took us by both Mount Rushmore and Crazy Horse, and it was pretty dang cool. But the amount of that kind of TCAF conversation that was going on with that helicopter pilot, because there's like 6 different groups that are flying tourists. It's like a flipping war zone up there, man. There's birds everywhere. It was insane. All right, I would say that's not a great rendering of Devil's Tower.
8 Hotel.
The 8 Hotel Sierra is turning a base for runway 32 up at IPY.
Yeah, that's really not
1.42.
very well done. Bummer. I have walked on that path though. It's cool. They have rock climbers on that thing like almost year round. And the Native American groups, I mean, it's a sacred site. It's it's a burial ground. There's places where they have, they'll hang beads and scarves and things like that to remember their loved ones. And so of course they just hate the fact that people are, I mean, they don't mind if you come and visit, but they don't like the climbers, and it's quite a wrestling match because we have a lot of outdoorsy folks that feel like they should have the right to climb up and rappel down any slab of rock because this is America.
Hello, everybody. I'm here as a stowaway.
And we're
Hotel Sierra is on the ground at IPY, back exiting to the hangar.
happy to have you, my friend. Okay, so I was going to try to find the Belle Fourche River and continue to head on course here.
Look at this magic that you've created.
You like that?
here. We
Is that
got
all right?
hay bales, trees. This is awesome. Well done.
You have no idea
Well
how
done.
many of those stupid hay bales I put out. Oh
I
my
can count
gosh, it was a
1, 2,
labor
3,
of
4,
love.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh my God, that looks amazing.
It was
Great.
it was 100 plus, so don't bother counting. I'm like,
Here,
darn
here's
you,
Al South
farmer.
in the, sitting on the tractor.
Yes.
All right,
Al,
I
you
believe I
dropped your
see.
hair.
So which way did you land there, my friend?
3-2, buddy.
3-2. All right, so I'm gonna overfly. Okay, let's see.
Oh, that looks amazing.
IPY traffic arrow 816. We're gonna fly midfield and enter right-hand pattern for runway 32 IPY. All right, I have located.
Okay, guys, we have a big problem. The basement inspector is out of his
Oh
plane.
no! Oh
And,
no! Oh no!
we
I'm
have
seeing what you're
critters
seeing.
under- We have
Oh
critters
no!
under
All right, I'm making
building.
notes. I'm making notes.
black box. Let him have it.
Oh, yep, I deserve it. I deserve it because here I was telling you guys I'd found a fix, and no, I have. Well, I have found the fix. I just didn't fix everything. IPY traffic arrow 816, right downwind runway 32 IPY.
If I get right here and then I bend down and have a look at that.
At least I know how to fix that now, so that makes me feel a little bit better. Not much, but a
Well,
little bit.
I don't see anything under there right now, so you're safe.
Okay.
As long as black box approves.
There's a lot of like chipmunks and rock chucks and stuff in the area, big old prairie dogs and stuff, and they really like to hide under buildings. So I was thinking about them. IPY traffic arrow 816, right base runway 32 IPY.
Hey, Mel, and your vegetation is spot on. Looks amazing.
Oh crud, I missed my turn. IPY traffic arrow 816, turning final 32 IPY. Thanks, man. It was
You better step on it because you're way off.
I'm okay. I got this, I think.
Don't worry, honey. Everything's fine.
That's right. This plane it's not a bush plane per se, but it's pretty maneuverable. All right,
What are
here
you
we
flying?
go. I'm flying the Turbo Arrow.
Nice.
Yeah, I like this little plane. And these little bush strips are the only place where I actually can land it halfway decent. So, oh, and I say that and I slam it down. Shoot. All right. Well, so I'm making a note to myself. So the first airfield, I had edge lighting that I need to take off. I didn't. Did you guys see anything on Taylor Field that needed to be fixed, or does that one look okay for now?
It looks
Taylor
okay.
looked good.
All right. This
I think
one,
I think the other thing that we might do to kind of stick a fork into things, like this runway is recognizable, but the
yeah,
other one is so blended in
yeah.
that it might be nice to maybe go back and Photoshop or something and on touch up the orthos just to kind of make it like, hey, this is, here's a kind of the beaten down path,
Yeah,
so
I'd
to speak.
love to do that. Yeah, and I tried to do that a little bit myself, but I don't. I don't. I was.
IPY traffic Diamond Golf Victor Charlie Foxtrot on final for runway 29 IPY.
I was able to make the changes to the runway, but I was unable. I wasn't sure how to resave the what file type to resave it as and what resolution and all that stuff. So I kind of
Yeah.
chickened out, honestly. But oh, that looks nice. I'm gonna take a little picture of the plane with Devil's Tower in the background. Yeah, that's not half bad. And we'll watch our friend coming in the diamond. There. Oh, he's behind. I'm behind the.
Okay, I'm waving. If you're taking a picture, looking at, I'm
Oh, you
waving.
you
Hi.
blinked. You blinked.
Hi.
Dang it! I have to take it again. You blinked. Oh, that was a good landing,
Boo, Trax is
man.
scooting up the hill there.
That old
Yeah,
diamond
I,
likes
was
the
a
likes the
little
dirt.
fast, I was a little late in the braking.
So
Yeah,
Black
this
Fox
is
is
a nice spot.
is rolling the puns out. He's saying that the Devil's Tower is a no pie zone. And I see what you did there, sir.
Wait
That
a
was
second.
nice.
Wait a second.
Yeah, that was nice.
Might have to end the stream
What?
because every stream goes with pi, don't you know?
I thought you were having some issues, man. I'm like, wait, what? Wait. Okay, so final leg is back down a 185 course to Keyhole, and this one ought to be, I would hope, pretty easy to find because we're just gonna find Keyhole Reservoir, and then the airstrip is there. Kind of, there's a little notch, kind of looks like the reservoir is sort of split in half a little bit, and we're just right in that notch. So you're probably looking
I
at the
might,
sectional there.
I might skip over to Hewlett and do a pattern or two real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
You don't have to.
I think what I'm going to do is go straight to Keyhole because I got to get to bed. But feel free. I mean, like I said, it's have fun, enjoy the wonderful Wyoming experience. I mean, you get to enjoy the Wyoming experience every time you hang out with me, but enjoy the outdoor experience, I guess. Okay, so it looks like you're gonna head to the right and depart. What?
Yeah, 8 Hotel Sierra's back taxiing on runway 11, departing area to the east.
Sounds good. Did you end up with that up there too in the diamond?
Sorry, did I end up with what?
Did you end up there on the top of the hill there? I don't see
Oh
where
no,
you're.
I'm right behind you.
Oh, all right. Got you, man.
So I know there is a way in the CSL because there are multiple skins for this plane, and I noticed on your stream that it looks kind of gray right now. And I know there is some way to set them to the different liveries that come with it.
Yeah, I noticed that too. That I'm seeing just kind of like the flat gray. Yeah, we'll have to mess around with that. Like I said, downwind. He's going to give me a full CSL tutorial.
IPY traffic. Mooney 748 Hotel Sierra taking off runway 11, departing the area to the east. IPY. Ippy.
Ippy. It might be Ippy. I don't know. I don't know the folks up there.
You need to have want to have Al call Brian and
I
figure
figured
out what.
I figured Al would already have it researched and have the answer for us. You know, generally that's what he does. Here he comes. Is it so? The question, Al, is this called IPY airstrip or IPI? IPY traffic, Arrow 816, back taxiing for east departure, IPY. I'm voting it's IPY just because that's kind of what ranchers do in Wyoming, is they tend to kind of have, you know, abbreviated or initial just for their brand and all that good stuff. But
You have hay bales out here and the little farm out there and all kinds of stuff.
I got lots of little secrets, man.
Well done.
Yeah,
well
there.
done, my friend.
I've hidden lots of things around. I have a
Yeah,
bear.
I'm not getting a lot of those things. I got to go back and check my library because the two that you mentioned, I'm sure I've got them both.
Sure.
I'll sort it out.
All right. Yeah, I tried to limit it to JB objects and handy objects. So that should get you what you need. But yeah, I've hidden like I've tried to hide something in every airfield. So like there's a bear up there at Kinky Creek and some cows at Haas and just kind of all that stuff. IPY traffic, Arrow 816 departing runway 11, and we'll be making a right-hand crosswind departure IPY. Okay, so we're looking for about 186 or so. I did not check my trim there, so hopefully that's somewhere in the neighborhood. Yep, not too bad. Positive rate, gear up.
It all looks the same over here.
Yeah, no guarantees on what the default Hewlett airport looks like, but my guess is it's pretty decent. Alright, so we'll be flying, looks like, just to the east of Devil's Tower.
IPY traffic, Diamond, Golf, Victor, Charlie, Foxtrot, taking off runway 11 to the south, IPY.
One thing that I've noticed is you can kind of get, like, you have to make some serious judgment when you start putting in things like trees and fences. It's like, how far away from the airfield do you really need to go? And I don't know if some of these airfields I went maybe a little too far and some not far enough. And same thing with the exclusion zones. I'm finding that the more airports that I build, the bigger I make those exclusion zones, just so the road systems they look good. All right, so let's bring this. Our PM's back. Do I have flaps up? Yes, I do have flaps up. And this leg again, about 20 or so miles, I think, is all, but the key is just to find keyhole reservoir. No pun intended.
I'm still looking for Hewlett. Do one more circle up here.
Well, I thought it would be. I mean, I guess I don't know. I wasn't.
I saw it on our way in.
Okay. I mean, that's a pretty. I don't know. I'm still a little confused about the conversation we were having about like airports like Billings that they look so much better after you install ortho, but really ortho has nothing to do with kind of like the scenery objects themselves. I'm just curious about
Well,
why that is.
That is my understanding.
So some things it does. Ortho will put in an overlay for like roads and stuff. And I think depending on how you have roads set up, that something in X-Plane recognizes when there's a certain number of roads, throw in some buildings. But I don't think it does airports like that.
Yeah, so what I found, and I don't know if you were Trax, if you were involved in this, but so the last Great Baron 58 Lower 48 State Tour, whatever that Slant Alpha is flying, he had a hard time finding the Billings Airport, and I did too, quite frankly, because there was like no buildings. I mean, there was like a hangar and maybe like one static aircraft, and it's a fairly decent sized, airport. And then when I went ahead, because I had some ortho cooked and I just didn't have time to install it before his flight, but I went in afterwards and installed it. And when I respawned at that airport, it was planes galore, buildings galore. They had the terminal model, they had jetways. I mean, it was night and day difference, and that was the only thing I did was just get the ortho tile ready to rock and roll.
Elevation is 4,200.
Okay.
This one. And
Sweet.
runways are 12 and 13.
12. All right, sounds good. I'm gonna come around and probably land on 30. I would guess the winds are going to be generally from the west today. Al South, how you been, man? It's been a couple days since I've visited with you. How's life?
I've been super busy.
Yeah?
I just got here from work and so tired. I don't even have the energy to start up anything. I'm just sitting on the back of your plane, watching the scenery and enjoying the
Well,
Very good.
I have been known to put people to sleep on my stream, so you're at the right spot there. Blue Fox is trying to get Black Fox banned, by the way, on my stream. I don't know if this is good or if somebody should alert the authorities.
What?
Blue Fox is trying to, like I say, get Black Fox in trouble. Talking
On the
about.
airport, guys.
All right, there we go. I gotta go back here. Oh, so Blue Fox is saying, okay, Black Fox said no pie zone. Blue Fox is saying no, that'd be no Rocky Road pie zone. So apparently there's a whole backstory there, and I don't want to get into the middle of a domestic dispute, but then Black Fox is saying we're gonna get banned. IPYV6, like IPv6 is what Black is saying. Was that Ippy or Yippy?
I like the elevation on that airport.
IPY. Hey, Melvin,
Yes, sir.
did you do any bulldozing up here at Hewlett?
Possibly, because I may have. I'd have to look, but yeah, I'm guessing I probably did, because I tried to get all of the airfields that were in this tile.
Okay, because it looks a little wavy. Like it hasn't been done.
Maybe I didn't.
So put that on the list to check if you're keeping a list.
Raj. Okay, I have Keyhole Reservoir in sight.
Oh, but I like the waviness of the airport. It looks very natural.
Yeah, I was happy with that too, Al South. I thought that ended up turning out pretty well. So
Little stubby thing, all by itself.
that's right. That's the Native American. That's the Lakota name for it. Okay, so I need to find this airfield, and I think it's right on this little peninsula.
It's pretty easy to detect in between the two parts of the lake.
Yeah, you may be ahead of me in that.
A little bit to your right, I think.
Oh, to the right.
But I just took a quick look up at what your
Gotcha.
screen was doing. And
All right.
trying to, oh no, yeah, you're pretty much straight on.
I think so, because there's a little golf course that's there. That's kind of, it's the town. It's like a little touristy town called Pine Haven, and so it's got its own little like par 3 course. Yep. So I think we're in good shape here. Okay, so this is keyhole traffic, Arrow 816. We are currently on inbound the airfield. We're going to overfly and make a left-hand 360 back to the runway. Oh boy, what would it be? Runway 30 keyhole. Actually, there's 2 runways here. I forgot. So there's a more of a north-south runway that's along the road, and then there's the 30. I think I'm going to take the north-south. Yeah, because that's right along the buildings. All right, that doesn't look too bad. So I'm going to change my mind here. Keyhole traffic, Arrow 816, left downwind, runway 0, keyhole. Okay, so I've got that airfield in sight.
Nice job with the airports, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Well done.
I appreciate, again, it's the student showing the teacher what he's learned. So it's been a ton of fun. It's been just incredibly therapeutic. It's just
I
really,
agree.
yeah.
I understand and I agree.
Yeah.
Keyhole traffic, Diamond Golf Victor Charlie Foxtrot, turning left base runway 0, keyhole.
All right, so I'm right behind him.
That rock where the downwind stream is flying is pretty imposing.
Need to come out, man. I'll take you around all the tourist sites we have to offer here in the great state of Wyoming. First ever national monument. Devil's Tower National Monument.
Keyhole traffic, Diamond Golf Victor Charlie Foxtrot on final for runway 0, full stop.
Keyhole traffic, Arrow 816, left base runway 0, keyhole. Probably going to be a quick base to final for me because I was pretty close. Yep. Keyhole traffic, Arrow 816, final runway 0, full stop, keyhole. Actually, I've overshot it. Well, maybe not. Yeah, I think I have. So it's...
Keyhole traffic,
Yeah.
Diamond Golf Victor Charlie Foxtrot, clear of runway 0, keyhole.
Alright, I'm going to fly up this road. I'm going to act like I meant to do this, and I'm going to hope nobody on the stream, Black Fox, points it out.
Are you okay there, Bush?
Yeah, I just had, I got a little bit of Sprite, back up in there, so, yeah.
Had to clear it, Black Fox out.
Yeah, just stuff it's weird. You get to kind of cough. I've had that cough, I've told you guys I've had that cough. Oh, wait, there's the airfield. Black Fox, I love you. Alright, I need to get some gear down. Holy cow. Yep. I'll throw another notch of flaps. I'm way high. I'm getting yelled at by my power meter. Oh boy, we're carving like we're an F-16.
Oh yeah, I rushed mine in because I felt like you were right behind me.
Sorry about that. Yeah, you were
Oh no, it was
golden.
me. I cut out in front of you, and I should have just taken my time.
Look at that buttery smoothness. Now I can't land this thing on a concrete runway to save my life, but that's 3 out of 4 that weren't half bad. And
The buttery smoothness of the Melvin Leroy channel.
I even put, so the special thing here when you land is off to the right hand side instead of just our normal landing spots or our normal spawn in spots. I put some tie down tires.
Nice.
Well, Al, you and I are beginning to be a little high maintenance. We're going to have to start asking for airports with pavement.
That's really what I want to do is figure out Now, how do you?
And can I have my own hangar with a basement?
Yeah,
And
you
no
know what?
runway.
If I can figure out how to do it, you got it, brother. You've got it. So that is the next thing that I need to know. I need to learn how to do is I need to figure out how to make the asphalt runways look as good as these turf runways look, because it's more than just letting the ortho scenery shine through. I mean, it's you have to obviously. I don't know. There's just more work to it. So, all right, let me do a quick replay, and then this cowboy has got to go to bed. I am a tired pup, but I do
Okay,
have to.
I just posted the view from my what I see of your airport.
I want to see what this looks like coming in here as I carve in. Oh my goodness! Yes, that's not. How do I do this? Control Shift F1. All right, hold on.
You don't have the whole scenery tracks, right?
No, I'm missing some libraries. That's why it looks like there's nothing there.
Ooh,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
that wasn't
Yeah.
bad. It
I'm
was a
looking
little
at
bit of
the
the
picture that you posted.
old Melvin Leroy one wheel landing, but gosh, I can live with that. Kicking up a little dirt, for the most part, staying on the runway. Uh, that was fun, guys. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah. Nice.
That was awesome. All right, so I'm gonna wrap
I'm
my stream up, and then I'm gonna go watch Downwind Sim because I'm sure he's not far behind.
I'm over the golf course, guys.
Sweet.
Sweet. What is
And
that? Like a reservoir?
yeah, Keyhole Reservoir is what that is. Um,
Nice.
all right, but for me
Oh,
to end,
I'm switching. Go
yep,
ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say for me to kind of end my part of this, I will just invite everybody to join me on Friday. I have the only thing left on my calendar, and I have to do some more scheduling here. But I've got an L1011 flight that I want to do, and I'm finishing up my historic flights with the TWA Whisper Liner. So that's coming up on Saturday. I'm probably going to get going fairly early because that's like a 6 hour. It's LA to Boston, so I'll do a split screen and anyways, a split stream. Sorry. So hope you can join me for either the departure or the arrival on that. It should be fun. It's always interesting when I get in the L1011 or the DC8. So if nothing else, it'll be entertaining. But yeah, so and then like I say, I'll figure out. I'll kind of get my ducks in a row for next week, and probably I'm guessing I'll be doing at least one more of these because this is the second time I think we've done this, and they're kind of fun. I dig them. So I've been having a ton of fun with the scenery building and finding my little mistakes and all that good stuff. So Mr. and Mrs. Fox, thanks for coming by. Of course, Tracks, Downwind Sim, Jet Pilot, Cinnamon, Al South, everybody here that's popped in. Plain Good, even he was there a little bit earlier. It was nice to meet you, man. Hopefully, I'll see you again soon, and everybody else. I'll be looking for you on the TCAS. Take care. God bless.